how much of a leader you want to be in your industry. If you want to be seen as a leader, you have to show up on video of some sort. Reels aren't an option if you're ready to go to the top now.
If your focus is probably engagement, would you say the same thing? We're about to roll into the main topic of our conversation right now, which is, are Reels no longer an option? And it's kind of alluding to what we've been discussing prior. Reels, you're great with Reels, and you kind of just stated it's good to have other pieces of content. But for somebody who is trying to grow, is it really like the holy grail of Instagram? I want to get into that. I know a lot of people do too. So let's get into that. Let's get into our topic.
All
I want to know
right.
from you first, though, what do you enjoy most about Instagram Reels?
I enjoy the entertainment mixed with the value. It's really a new way of us being able to expand our knowledge and be able to connect with people. I think it's such a beautiful way for us to learn and connect in the same way.
I like that. I agree with that on all content. I always tell people your content should do one of three things, or maybe a mixture. It should either educate, entertain, or inspire. I always feel like the best pieces of content does all three. If you can inspire, educate, and entertain at the same time, your content is gold. I don't care if it doesn't go viral or it does go viral. That is valuable content that I think anybody that watches could walk away and feel positive from. And I like how you kind of said it, because those are two of the same aspects that I believe in. You're talking about entertaining and educating, but there is a touch of inspiration as well if they are able to kind of connect with you and say, oh, I understand that point of view and I want to do something like that as well.
Yeah.
I really like the way you said that. So with that being said, I want to know now, are Reels no longer an option if you want to grow? I would love to know your thoughts on this.
I wish that I could say that it's an option. And at the end of the day, it is. But I mean, if you matters how fast you want to grow. It really does. And how much of a leader you want to be in your industry. If you want to be seen as a leader, you have to show up on video of some sort, because you have to connect with your people. And even if you're just doing stories and you're not doing reels, I mean, that's okay. That's a next step, better than just posting just static. However, you get to determine how fast you want to move. So reels aren't an option if you're ready to go to the top now.
So you would say it depends on if your main focus is purely growth. Reels is not an option. You have to have it involved in your content strategy. If your focus is probably engagement, would you say the same thing?
Yeah, honestly, I would, because people are gonna be more likely to engage on different styles of reels. Whereas if you're just doing carousels and infographics, they may be saving your stuff, but they're not as likely to comment, to show other people to engage, which we all are social creatures, and we do what other people are doing and we tend to follow. So if we can do something like a reel that we can see a lot of people are commenting, we're more likely to have more trust, and it's going to continue to grow our engagement even faster.
Yeah, very well said. I like the way you put that. I noticed a comment from Social House. Going viral should not be the main goal for small businesses to drive sales. And I fully agree with that. And I think, unfortunately, we live in a culture of, we focus on vanity metrics. So we are so focused on follower total. And you guys, if you guys are tuning in late, we are in the presence of somebody who had 100,000 followers plus, and realized that she wanted to make a change, and it's changed, and it's still as successful right now. I would probably say even more successful, because you found something that's a little bit more of your calling in a way, and you're able to help others fully understanding what you do, and you practice what you preach.
Yes, exactly. I make more money in my business now with, what is it, like a fourth of the following, and I have more engagement, I have more connection. By all means, that is a very valid point and great idea for us to really focus on. That vanity metrics are not everything, right? They're really not important. It's about the depth of those connections, not the quantity.
Yes, yes. I love it. Quality, not quantity.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So I think that kind of wraps up our discussion in regards to are reels no longer an option, and you kind of hit it perfectly. I think is best stated in regards to your goal, and it doesn't even have to be just fast, but you're gonna grow using reels because it's. I always say reels are like a commercial. That's how I always look at it. You know, when you put out a commercial on TV, you can't truly control who sees it, but it gets out there, and if it's actually connect with a person, they would go back and actually investigate on you as a brand a little bit further. You know, if you see a Lexus commercial, you know, somebody who doesn't like Lexus or probably somebody who doesn't have a driver's license, they'll ignore it. But the other person who's probably interested in maybe purchasing a car, they'll say, this car looks interesting. Let me dig a little bit further. And that's how I look at Reels. You know, they look at our content. If it engages with them, they go and click on our profile image and find out more about us.
Yes, that is a fantastic analogy right there. I mean, it really is true. It's I how I teach content strategy to my clients is thinking of reels as the top of our funnel, right? They are the thing that's going to get people in the door, and then everything else below is where we're going to actually connect and convert. But we definitely want to utilize that free advertisement at the top of the funnel.
Yes, free advertisement for now. Hopefully it doesn't change in the future. So, guys, we are concluding our topic, our main discussion on Instagram Reels. And I want to say thank you very much for that enlightening conversation, Meg. I really appreciate your opinion on that. And I would love to give a sincere thank you to our guest, Social Media with Meg. This was an amazing conversation. I love your insight on Reels. And I've learned a lot more, and I hope our audience can say they've learned a lot more of the person behind the camera.